Oh, hey, whoa, I'm live. Okay. All right. A little bit late tonight, but we're getting right into things. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, a bunch of you guys can join me right for the very start of it. But if you're watching this later on, no worries. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we get some flashy plays here tonight. Of course, it's always lovely, always fantastic. The potential of Rotting Regisaur, Jund Dinos, like we're going to be trying out again tonight. It's been quite some time. I've done a couple streams, a couple episodes featuring Rotting Regisaur, especially the fantastic power of a 7/6 for 3. Sometimes it's not a drawback if we have no cards in hand, of course, and that massive power does help cast Ghalta if you're using her, but I would always recommend, definitely, if you have any Jund Dino list, Rotting Regisaur, Ghalta probably should be in there. Now, one point I do want to mention before we start here, I feel like maybe Rotting Regisaur just isn't necessary at all. We all have likely tried, or maybe, we're thinking about Rotting Regisaur, Embercleave, that fantastic pairing. Doesn't get a whole lot bigger than that. Of course, you could give Ghalta double strike, but just Rotting being the only thing that requires black, that can be rough. I did bring in Fatal Push tonight just because of the that rough time against Azorius Heroic last night, whatever you want to call it. Putting the spells on their little creatures, getting bigger, nasty stuff. Very, very nasty. But I do see your comments there. Pterosaurus, definitely nice. Enjoying LOL, but certainly Magic the Gathering is a lot faster. Oftentimes, while ranked, the rank system is not really comparable to Arena. They're completely different, basically, I would say. It doesn't really matter a whole lot if you lose 1 game, 2 games. You could instantly concede, go off to that doctor's appointment, whatever it is. Not a big deal, so it's nice for sure. Hit or miss, though. You could draw all lands for multiple games, go second for multiple games. That can be kind of hard to deal with, but once you get past that point, sometimes nothing you can do. That's how it goes. Jund Dinos, I see the hearts, good stuff. Yeah, so I'm thinking Rotting Regisaur again. Might not be needed for the double strike trample sort of stuff, especially if most or the majority of the big dinos do have trample. Charging Monstrosaur, we did see that. I'll actually bring them up here for anybody that doesn't happen to know about Charging Monstrosaur. I guess my face is kind of over top of them. Let's bring them here. All right. I think just slapping double strike on Charging Monstrosaur, it already has trample. That would basically do it there. And then, again, focusing on other dinos, and mainly other dinos that already have trample. We wouldn't need the trample from Embercleave. And what I think is probably a better option than Embercleave, the fantastic new edition, legal in Pioneer and recently legal in Explorer. Graveyard Dinos definitely could be. Speaking of Jund Dinos, this I think is the most satisfying variation, but go off on a bit of a tangent there. Haunted Voyage. Haunted Voyage? Huh. Am I not spelling that right? Voyage. Haunting. Oh, I was not spelling it right. Reanimator Dino deck. I always love Reanimator stuff. Certainly dinos have a lot of big hits. I have been meaning to try this. I've done it once or twice when Kaldheim came out, but I think it's absolutely fantastic potential. Haunting Voyage, 4 and 2 black. You can either bring 2 dinos back, or if you foretell it and you pay 7, you're bringing every single dino in your graveyard back. Good chances are that one of those is Regisaur Alpha. Everything is having haste. Pretty good chance that's going to be lethal right there, I would imagine. You would think it would be lethal. Hopefully you don't bring back, 2 Marauding Raptors. That would just be painful if you have both out. They're killing Regisaur Alphas, that sort of thing. But Oh yes, yes, absolutely Haunting Voyage. Very, very strong potential. Pretty costly, but I mean, it's flashy. Just like this. I don't know. Something to think about. Oh, I mean, even Haunting Voyage for 6, certainly one more to foretell it and bring back everything would be a lot more efficient, but even if it was just 6, sometimes I feel that would probably be enough, especially if the 2 dinos you bring back are Regisaur Alpha and Ghalta. I mean, bam, that right there. You're attacking with the token plus the queen. That's probably enough. Maybe you only have 6 mana to use on turn. You're waiting for that 7th land. Oh no, you're not getting it, not getting it. It's still pretty good to go for 6 for this. So yeah, there also definitely could be a very nice Jund Reanimator variation. But tonight is not for Haunting Voyage and not charging monsters, or at least this one. Tomorrow I'm thinking probably a Gruul double striking variation, cutting Rotting Regisaur just to increase consistency, not having to use Ziatora's Proving Ground to really nicely help fix the mana here. But yes, Temur Battlerage. We got to go on that. Oh, target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Lovely, lovely. That's what we want to do. It's basically like a one-time use Embercleave. So Marauding Raptor, you know, sometimes it is sitting at a 4/3, could be a 6/3. Slap Temur Battlerage on that. But even if it's not Marauding Raptor that's been buffed, of course, you know, Rotting Regisaur, Ripjaw Raptor, Regisaur Alpha being a 4/4. Oh, how's it going, Paulo? Glad you could join me. Oh, absolutely. Anybody that's played Pioneer a little bit, but even if you haven't, Temur Battlerage is a common, and it is one of the best commons pretty much in the game for an aggressive list. I think this is meant to be, and this could be, this single card could be the thing that really brings an aggressive Jund, aggressive Gruul list together. You can imagine. We'll go to Raptor Hatchling, but picture this. You play Marauding Raptor on turn 2. Come around turn 3, you go Raptor Hatchling for a single 1. So you have 3 lands, you play your 3rd land, Raptor Hatchling for 1, you're left with 2. Marauding Raptor, of course, is sitting at 6 after pinging the Raptor Hatchling plus the token. Swing with Marauding Raptor, bam, you slap Temur Battlerage on it. A 6/3 double strike trample on turn 3. I think that is pretty darn good. But, of course, there is the backup. You're sitting at 9 total power with Marauding plus the token from Raptor Hatchling. 1 cost reduction, of course. You guys saw, it was quite some time. The Turbo Ghalta, that combination to get 9 power, 1 cost reduction to play Ghalta on turn 3. So there's that potential as well. I think that would be a fantastic combination, but definitely Temur Battlerage. Oh, that's where it's at. I recommend everybody try it out if you're playing dinos. It's a common. It's a no-brainer, I think. I think that's about it, though. Nothing too crazy. The name of the game is pretty darn straightforward. Heroic Intervention. Actually, I got a lot of protection. I do want to mention that. I feel like Rotting Regisaur probably is going to be public enemy number 1. I don't want to shed too many tears when it dies, so we're going to be protecting it. Blossoming Defense, specifically +2/+2. Say we're swinging with Rotting Regisaur, they're like, oh no, I don't want to get hit by that thing that's big. So you save it with Blossoming Defense. Naturally, that's going to synergize with something that has double strike, doing 4 more instead of 2 more. Certainly makes sense to me. And then Tamiyo Safekeeping as well, but just going all in on the hexproof, indestructible, to save the thing that's big, whether that is Rotting, Ghalta, something like that. Possibly a Marauding Raptor. But I think hexproof, at least 4 of one of these things is wise. Very, very wise. It's kind of a glass cannon otherwise, and Rotting Regisaur could potentially get answered quite easily, being costing 3. That could be rough. Other than that, it's going to be fun. Let's jump right into it. Save the changes, yes. Hopefully it didn't save any wacky additions. Oh, that's a different Jund variation. Best of 3, this one, yeah. Right. Good stuff, Paulo. I've actually dabbled in web development a little bit when I went to college about a decade ago now. It's crazy to think. Back when I was 20, 21, I took a small course in web development. It was wide-ranging graphic design, 3D animation, that sort of thing. And one of the programs in it was website design, hand coding, and Notepad. We first learned no, what you see is what you get, just putting images on a page, literally typing each line of code. It was rough, very difficult, but I think it was a pretty nice experience. Definitely lots of potential there. Everybody needs websites. Everybody's going to need websites. So I think absolutely, even with the rise of just kind of drag and drop, make your own website, there is room for people who develop something more refined, for sure. There's always going to be a place for that. Not going first, unfortunately. Maybe this person has fallen asleep or something. Ooh, that's not going to do it. Not even if I had 2 lands, I wouldn't keep this. Oh, much better. Ooh, I like that. I would like to keep Temur Battlerage, but I want to keep Ghalta more, and Tamiyo Safekeeping to protect Marauding Raptor or somebody else. So let's hope we get another Temur Battlerage. Crossing the fingers. If I don't have any play for turn 3 after Marauding, I'll probably... Ooh, Golgari, huh? I need a sweeper. Yeah, I'll take the turn off just in case, so that I would have potentially 1 left for Tamiyos to protect Marauding Raptor next turn. Oh, okay. Troubleshooting the app to open a ticket for troubleshooting. Oh, nuts. Too many lands. Well, you know, even when I've done 20 lands, we get games like this. I think I'm at 22. I forgot to check. I'm pretty sure I might have upped this to 22. It might be 20. We'll check after. My goodness, this is nasty. Huh. Ouch. Well, good luck, definitely. There's a wide range of anything coding related to dabble in, for sure. Going down the rabbit hole. I remember learning stuff about PHP injection, I believe it was called. Something about hiding the email address of a website so that you don't get as much spam. Not sure exactly. It was a decade ago, like I say, so I don't remember much of it. But I do appreciate it. It's probably going to do it. Certainly looking forward to Storm's Wrath coming up for Game 2 here. Well, they can't exactly use an Embercleave. Well, it's like, let's see what we get. See what we would have gotten. Oh, Temur Battlerage, definitely. No creatures to slap the stuff on, unfortunately. Yes, Storm's Wrath. 100%. Feel like I could cut Huntmaster. Yes, that's what I hear. Yeah, I'm gonna cut Huntmaster. Something that dies to Fatal Push, that sort of thing. I could potentially bring in Fatal Push, but yeah. I just always like the potential to code a website in Notepad or Notepad++, right straight from the desktop. That's very... gives you a headache for sure, but just the fact that you can do that, anybody could do that, just a simple Notepad app anywhere, opening it up, yeah, well, it's just pretty cool. Nothing for 2 or 3, unfortunately. 1 mulligan. Oh, okay, we got the rotting, hopefully it survives removal or a Thoughtseize potentially. I'll send Ripjaw to the bottom. I only have 1 source of green at the moment, so could be problematic. Dino Rock. Oh, good stuff. Hopefully we rock this, but was a little bit clunky that first game there. Some fantastic aggression from what seems to be Golgari mid-range, Golgari aggro. Certainly nice, any deck that is in green. They have another Llanowar Elves, another Dork with the Elvish Mystic. Some very nasty potential coming out from the decks that want some acceleration. Oh, okay. Well, blinding of the old Scots, that does it. Okay, let's get the Proving Ground. Slap down Regisaur Alpha next turn. Maybe Ghalta the following turn would be quite fantastic. Hopefully they don't have removal for Regisaur Alpha. Calatus, oh, so we're hoping for that Storm's Wrath, 100%. Yeah, definitely. If both Regisaur Alpha and the token survive, we could be seeing Ghalta next turn. Oh boy, come on, you can do it. But I think they have more removal, unfortunately. At least for the token. Yeah, certainly Heaven. I think that is a fantastic suggestion. I mean, it's worked well for them in this particular game, but a catch-all, fantastic, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. What's not to love about that? Searching and ramping, and then creatures we control gain Death Touch, which, if you pair that with Trample, well, just let it through, unfortunately. Ripjaw's probably dead, I would imagine. I would think they got plenty of stuff in hand. Ooh, Vraska, killing the token, I feel.
I lead the Golgari now. Step aside or be crushed. Sacrifices must be made from time to time.
Fatal push, well, that will do it. Yeah, we're not coming back from this, unfortunately. Well, we'll wait and see. What do we get? Temur Battlerage. No. That's alright. But yeah, definitely if you are going Jund, you're in black, I think it certainly should be something to consider. Some removal that is black colored, or at least partly colored black. Binding. Maybe just removal for a creature, of course. Calatus. Very rough stuff there. When our creatures die, they get a token. A very good potential aggression from them. Ooh. Let's hope it's something a little bit different than the previous deck, because this could be quite explosive. Oh, well. Actually, now that I think about it, do we just face this person? Huh. I forget, I didn't exactly look at their name. Maybe we did. Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It helps out big time. Luckily, we got another backup marauding. Probably chances are it's gonna kick the can, eat some removal. Strangle? Strangle is good, yes. A lot of Thoughtseize, a lot of really good removal. Rotting Regisaur is going to be difficult to deal with, I would hope. Hopefully they don't double up on Strangle. I would hate to... maybe. They're looking at it. Jund versus Jund. Jundy Fundy. I kind of want to send Embercleave to the bottom. Maybe make them think we have a second copy in hand. It is pretty fantastic. We got Tamiyos. Taking a good chunk off them. Yeah, that's really weird. I did see that it got redacted. I didn't do anything to that message, but yeah. Hard to say. Sometimes the autofilter can be kind of wacky. Fight rigging, yes, Paulo, I definitely think that should be a consideration. I still only have one copy of fight rigging, I believe. Pretty sure. It's lovely being able to protect Rotting Regisaur. I think it's got to be Ghalta or Regisaur Alpha. Hoping for that. Ooh, well, it's not a fifth land, but definitely let's get him. Again, having Blossoming Defense to save him, but yeah, I think Paulo fight rigging probably should be the next thing that I make, especially because it pairs again so nicely with Rotting Regisaur and other big dinos.
No fire, no steel.
I kind of want to do Ghalta. Yep. Unfortunately. Okay, I think Vraska's going to try and kill Rotting. Hexproof Jund Dinos, you gotta love it. You know you... Oh, I don't think so. Bam. Ooh. Yes, there we go. Man, I was like, oh, it was tempting. The potential of playing Ghalta next turn, but I figured, yes, nice, thank you very much. I figured they're probably going to do something to it, so I wanted to protect it with Blossoming Defense. Bam. That worked out. The best offense is a good defense. The best defense is a good offense, because that's pretty defensive with 8 hexproofer stuff. That certainly did the trick. Previously, I've really only ever used a full playset of Tamiyo's Safekeeping, but yeah. Blossoming Defense as well. It is only an uncommon, so again, not difficult on the wildcard budget. But we saw a lot of Planeswalker stuff. Vraska, Angrath, a lot of things that are dealing 3 damage, Fatal Push. Yes, Heaven, I did bring in Fatal Push just because I'm in Jund, but I don't think I really need it against this matchup. I thought I'd try it out just in case, you know, something problematic needs to get removed. For a single black, it's pretty fantastic. But I think Storm's Wrath is going to be quite good. I'm just going to cut Marauding Raptor. It dies easily to Fatal Push, a wide variety of other stuff. Let's hope for a Carnage Tyrant. Excuse me, I would love a Carnage Tyrant for sure. Ooh. I think we can make that work. We're on the draw, so a very good chance to get to a 4th land by turn 4 for Ripjaw, or maybe draw something else before then. But we got Storm's Wrath, and we got 2 sources of red, so I think there's probably, hopefully, a pretty good chance we get to go Storm's Wrath. Hopefully no Thoughtseize. I was kind of scared there. Seems like they may not have the Thoughtseize, otherwise they probably would have used it. That turn they played Blood Crypt. Would have had it come into play untapped, I imagine. Oh, tireless tracker. Nuts. Here goes nothing. One more turn. Now or never. Land, you can do it. I hope they play some more creatures. Oh, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Well, it's kind of rough. Vraska, she's out of range. Unfortunately, of Storm's Wrath now. Land. Ooh, that's not a land. But we do potentially get to save it with Blossoming Defense, so I think definitely they're going to try and kill it. Shoot. I think probably Storm's Wrath, I would imagine. They might go Blossoming Defense, but they have to do something to Huntmaster this turn. Just a lot of problematic, scary stuff. They're getting a little worried, I imagine, seeing this. Oh, it's okay, the Storm's Wrath. Maybe they forgot what Hexproof did, or just they didn't know what Hexproof was, or Blossoming Defense. That's really strange. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Not blocking, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. We got another land. Good stuff. Bing, bang, boom. Regisaur Alpha. That's where it's at. Hasty. Let's go. Maximum damage. I'm taking out Vraska. Let's not mess around. I imagine one of these things is gonna die. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a second Vraska in hand. That's always rough, for sure. Potentially, if everybody lives. Hasty Ghalta with Temur never mind. I spoke too soon, unfortunately. That's good stuff. Good removal. Down to 6. Well, at least Ripjaw. I like it. Gonna hold Ripjaw back just to deter some aggression, perhaps. Hopefully it lives. Could see them maybe sacrificing the clue. Bringing Tireless Tracker up to 5, which would trade with Ripjaw. Storm's Wrath next turn would be good. Ooh, that's not a Storm's Wrath. It's probably it, unfortunately, with the Dino token there. Yeah, that would be it next turn. Sarkhan, they would make flying. And that definitely feels like it would be it. I'll attack Sarkhan, see what they do. That's actually pretty good. Ooh, Blossoming Defense. This could get interesting.
You call that a hit? I am only human.
Yeah, I think I want to do, well, no, I can't do Blood Crypt because the thingamajig would kill us. Okay, that's it. Gotta leave Huntmaster to block the Mystic. Probably. Hopefully they don't have Stomp. They could have something that deals 2 damage, so that might be it, unfortunately.
Won't see the end coming until it's too late. Being ruthless.
Man, I would really wish something was fighting. Carnage Tyrant, double strike, plus Ripjaw would be nice, but 6, 4, 2. Ghalta as well. Let's see. Yeah, no. Can't quite do it, unfortunately. We almost had hasty Ghalta or just Ghalta double strike. Hopefully we get to see that sometime tonight with either Temur Battlerage or Embercleave. But overall, it still did quite nice. Yeah, I think I'll stick with this. I was considering Heroic Intervention, but a lot of their stuff is just targeted removal, so it's definitely more efficient to go with something like Blossoming Defense and Tamiyo Safekeeping there. Kind of considering bringing Marauding Raptor back, though. Nah. We'll leave it like that. Definitely Storm's Wrath feels very good, very wise with the dragon tokens that are 4/4s, Sarkin as well. They got a lot of planeswalkers, it seems. Ooh. Nah, I can't risk it. Okay, that's much better. Ooh, nuts. Well, it is good. Interesting they got rid of Tamiyo Safekeeping there. Maybe they have another Thoughtseize getting rid of Rotting Regisaur. I was going to play it now. That's alright. Hopefully it survives. Yeah, I was thinking they probably have removal for it. We'll find out here. Hopefully it's not instant speed. It's always rough when... doubling up on Strangle. I don't mind that. Strangle in a raid. Whew. We got the backup Regisaur Alpha. That is... Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I like this. This is a good turn of events. Yeah. Phew. Okay, they're gonna run out of gas at some point here. Oh, down to 2. Love it. Phew. Did we get... Oh, we got him. Big hits, okay. Well, I was saying that as we started tonight, maybe Rotting Regisaur isn't really needed, but a 7/6 haste for 3, that is oftentimes good. Again, we persevered and prevailed through removal, Thoughtseize. It's hard to stay positive through multiple Thoughtseizes. Yes, Paulo, thank you very much. It's tough. It's tough seeing multiple Thoughtseizes over multiple games against a deck like this, but Dinos, they can get it done. Get something with Hexproof. Carnage Tyrant naturally has Hexproof, but something cheap to protect the other things. It is nice. I think that's probably the first Jund that I've actually faced in quite some time. Yeah, lots of people still playing Rakdos mid-range, black and red, some Azorius, lots of Yorion with plenty of enchantments, so that's why I'm liking Back to Nature. 1 in a green, instant speed, destroy all enchantments. Hasn't really come into effect yet much, but it's going to be good. Hopefully we go first this game. See some fantastic plays, maybe turn 2, Otepec Huntmaster. Turn 3, play a third land, go Marauding Raptor for 1, Rotting Regisaur, and then two Rotting Regisaurs on turn 3. That is potential. It's pretty good power. Oh, I like this. I like this. Still might hold off on playing Marauding Raptor, though. I don't think it's banned. Actually, no, I'm going to play Marauding. I think we got a pretty good chance. Hopefully. Maybe not. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. I think that might be a counter spell. Gonna try for Ripjaw anyways. Hopefully it's not a counter spell. Oh. A little unfortunate, but we did get Ripjaw 1 turn earlier. Hopefully sticking around. Hydroid Crest. I'm not too worried about that. Alright, but yeah, I think Lurrus is banned in Historic, but not in Pioneer/Explorer. Oh, I see what it is. Simic, something Lotus Field. Very nasty stuff coming out here. Oh yeah, Rotting Regisaur for sure. This is going to be good. Definitely going to try and protect Rotting Regisaur next turn. I could see a board wipe, a sweeper of some kind. Something bad is going to happen. Memory Deluge, that's not too bad. We might have him due to Rotting Regisaur or Double Strike, all that good stuff. They have a sweeper up their sleeve. Interesting. They don't. Doesn't seem like they do. Well, we'll get rid of a Carnage Tyrant. More lands. We gotta love it. Oh, we could have won. Okay. I just thought they were going to do something. Yes, no anger in this build, Heaven. Just because I have Storm's Wrath basically as a nice alternative to anger. 1 more point of damage certainly seems to do the trick often enough. Alrund's Epiphany, nuts. That's too bad. So we would have had him that previous turn.
Look easy. I think I know what to do.
Okay, good stuff. Like they gotta be a little bit scared. Yeah, they probably don't want to attack. It's gotta be Carnage Tyrant, I think. We're gonna be going Temur Battlerage and or Blossoming Defense this turn anyways. Ooh, and another Tamiyo's. I like it. Boom. There we go. Whew. Temur Battlerage for the win. You don't even need Embercleave. Although it's nice. I think, well, we saw there, we only needed 1 turn to slap Double Strike on something. Dino Smash Face, yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Heaven, you gotta love it. But let's keep that point in mind, because Embercleave, of course, it's an artifact. We like stuff that does powerful effects to stick around following turns, but you saw right there, we only need one turn with double strike on Rotting Regisaur. Likely, you only need one big hit to really do the job, so I think because of that fact, if it's only one turn you need, might as well go Temur Battlerage. Of course, you can more easily cast this. Rotting Regisaur, say it's the only thing that's attacking. Temur Battlerage costs 2, whereas Embercleave in that scenario would cost 5. So certainly quite a bit cheaper and easier to cast. It's only 1 in a red, which Embercleave at its cheapest is 2 red, so it's a little bit more restrictive that way as well. But I still think a couple Embercleave at least in a list like this is right. Maybe cutting it down to 1, but definitely I think for me, I do prefer Temur Battlerage. It's probably pretty rare that you need to hit him twice. At least that's my feeling about that. But yeah, I think we just go fast. Pretty much. I think they do have sweepers potentially. We see some white. Well, there is Lotus Field as well. Probably lots of targeted removal. If they have board wipes, they're probably bringing them in big time. I'm actually kind of sad I forgot to add in Shifting Ceratops to this variation. I switched it up late last night doing a different one that did have Shifting Ceratops, switching out Fatal Push for that fantastic dino, and it did, excuse me, feel better. But I think I like Heroic Intervention though. Now let's take out the Embercleaves. 2 Ghaltas. I know, it's hard. It's hard cutting the queen. But I feel they're going to bring in sweepers. Very painful stuff. So I'm just going to jam-pack all the hexproof, indestructible things I possibly can. Ooh, I like it. We got Rotting. We got a Heroic Intervention. It could be good. That deck is more ramp-focused anyways, so there's probably a good chance we do get to land Rotting Regisaur, and still... Ooh, this is going to be rough, actually. Turn 2, Strict Proctor. Turn 3, probably Lotus Field. Well, it might be downhill from here. Well, we'll try for Rotting Regisaur. We'll hope it doesn't get answered. Cross the fingers we can at least protect it next turn with Blossoming Defense or Heroic Intervention, but oh my goodness. Ouch. Well, at the very least, you know, we got 4. We are able to protect this Rotting Regisaur.
Think fast.
Oh, double Strict Proctor. That is not nice. Double Lotus Field. This could be it. I could see him getting a very big Hydroid Crassus one of these turns coming up. They have a lot of mana to sink into that. I think it's got to be Regisaur Alpha, unfortunately. There's a pretty good chance... Well, actually, we won't be ever getting that token from... okay. Discontinuity. That is rough. Fantastic. Bring that up for you guys. Anybody that doesn't know discontinuity. As long as it's your turn, this spell costs 2 and 2 blue. It was our turn, so they paid 3 and 3 blue for a total of 6. They end the turn. Simply just end. Effectively, it's giving them an extra turn for 6 mana. We, unfortunately, had to discard a card, and they ended the turn before we drew. So it really was quite detrimental. Very, very rough stuff. Fantastic control from this opponent. Yes, so Lotus Fields enters the battlefield tapped, has hexproof. Very rough stuff. It is a big drawback when it enters the battlefield. Sacrifice 2 lands, but the classic pairing of Strict Proctor Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability, unless its controller pays 2. So they just decline to pay 2, meaning they don't have to sacrifice 2 lands from the triggered ability of Lotus Field. So it's 0 drawback, basically. It still enters the battlefield tapped, but man, it is a good pairing for sure. It's got to be Regisaur Alpha again. Ooh, the Carnage Tyrant. We'll go with the second one. This could be kind of rough, for sure. I don't like Jace. I'm going to target him. Hopefully they don't have a board wipe.
I am who I choose.
But definitely I want to take him out. If they get his ultimate there, you get an emblem with whenever an opponent casts their first spell each turn, counter that spell. That is scary stuff for sure. Yes, unfortunately, very sad. I do have to discard 2. Hopefully they don't do any shenanigans with discontinuity. Definitely, yeah, Tamiyo's plus Carnage Tyrant. Sadly. Yes, it is ouch. Again, this is the unfortunate drawback of Rotting Regisaur. Another point why I think Gruul, Double Strike Gruul with Temur Battlerage, Embercleave, probably could be better whenever you do face scenarios like this, unfortunately. All right. I'm betting we save somebody here. I could see a board wipe. You would think. They've got a lot of stuff in hand. We'll play it. Swing away. Do as much damage as possible. So yeah, definitely that's a very painful thing for sure. Well, we'll play the Rotting Regisaur. We don't want to discard it, certainly. Hopefully they don't have a board wipe, but that is the unfortunate drawback. Yeah. I mean, there's no drawback there, so it's kind of nice, but it's a fine line to tread for sure when using Rotting Regisaur. Playing stuff, holding it back, hoping that the opponent uses some sort of answer removal on your creatures, but it looks like they might not have much of anything. This could be pretty good for us here. They're getting desperate. Or they have a board wipe. Board wipe or discontinuity, unfortunately. But their back's against the wall. Oh my goodness, just epiphany after epiphany. This is not nice. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's the Regisaur Alpha. Bing, bang, boom. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yes, they are top decking. You gotta love it. Knock them out. Put them to sleep. Make them cry. Yes. Woohoo. My. That is not how I expected things to go. I definitely felt I'd probably be dropping game 2 there. I certainly figured it would be going to game 3, but yes, thank you very much. Even though it was very painful, having to discard Heroic Intervention and Blossoming Defense, I was getting very worried for sure. Very worried. But I mean, anytime you see an opponent with 3 Lotus Fields, super ramp, I'm just happy they didn't get a Hydroid Crassus at some point. Oh, man, yeah. Okay, well, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. My goodness. Persevere. Have no fear. Dinos get her done. Hopefully we keep that streak alive. That was pretty sweet. But yeah, I like... I think I'm gonna like Gruul double strike dinos tomorrow. Might do something else, potentially. Certainly have lots of stuff to work on overall for this, but might be doing some outside work as well. Potentially, I might do a live stream tomorrow of some demolition I have to do outside on my driveway. Bust up some concrete, stuff like that, but yeah. See if I can get something together. That would be right after I'm done work. And then still do my normal stream that I do. But this could be a very explosive hand for sure. Rotting Regisaur on turn 3, possibly Regisaur Alpha, turn 4, maybe. Looking like it might be mono red. No. Ooh, Rakdos, okay. Oh, Grixis. Oh. It's Thoughtseize for days. Thoughtseize night, I think. Oh boy. But the games have actually been pretty good, to say the least. They've been working out. Luckily, they don't see that we have the potential of Blossoming Defense, so hopefully they can't get rid of Rotting Regisaur, but I think they got removal for him this turn. So it's Grixis, Delver. Delver's secrets. At the beginning of their upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's instant or sorcery, they can reveal it, and then they get to transform him. I think manlands are actually quite good, definitely. Not too bad, yeah. Next to blockers. We almost killed him. We almost potentially could have killed him. Oh, trash for gameplay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it can be tough to deal with for sure. I could go Temur Battlerage. I kind of like Temur Battlerage. I think we probably should just barf everything. No, I'll just go Temur Battlerage, just in case we have to save the Rotting Regisaur. Would have taken him down to 1. It would have been fantastic if they didn't block. We would have got him. Yeah, no, definitely. I know by now how you feel. Hopefully I can, kind of bring some positivity, mellow things out, even it out. Sometimes their decisions, though, yes, it is hard to feel good about why they do what they do, or what they do. It's got to be Regisaur Alpha, unfortunately. Ooh, a Huntmaster. All right. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So, the Pyromancer, that's rough. Always making something that can block Rotting Regisaur, unfortunately. Tough stuff. Yes, absolutely. And Rewind, certainly. Fantastic counterspell. It's expensive, but unconditional counter target spell, and then a untap 4 land, so a free counterspell. As long as you have 4 mana, but it's rough. It's good. It's good, but it's rough. We'll still attack, apply pressure, make sure they have the least amount of creatures possible. I wouldn't expect them to have lethal next turn. If I was below 10, probably I would do something. Certainly I think they'll likely want to remove Rotting Regisaur. If only I could have given it trample. That's alright. But I still wouldn't have been able to play Embercleave again. Only 4 lands, would have cost 5. Ooh, I got some bodies. Another Pyromancer. We're gonna need Temur Battlerage. Absolutely. Carnage Tyrant. We can't play that. So, well, you know, that's how it goes. Rotting Regisaur. Rough Rotting Regisaur. They have 8 at the moment. Yes, absolutely, that can be rough to contend with the instant speed stuff that sometimes they do. Very difficult, detrimental to deal with. It's a land. Well, we'll swing with Rotting Regisaur, but I think it's all but guaranteed they're going to do something to him. Consider. Oh, yes. Well, that's how it goes. Yes, yes, you have to discard with Rotting Regisaur. No way around it, unfortunately. Time to drink more. I'm actually all out of my coffee. I didn't even make a tea. This is an old pot of coffee from this morning. I still love it, but I'm all out. Definitely going to be making more after this. But Storm's Wrath. Basically, Storm's Wrath would save us here. I mean, just look at all the juicy targets here. Ooh, smoke them. Even Bone Crusher Giant, 3 toughness. Storm's Wrath is going to do the trick. Beer? Oh, I do like beer. I like beer as well, every now and then. Don't really drink too often, but basically any beer, cold, warm, doesn't matter. It's good stuff. I could see Huntmaster kicking the can. They got lots of removal for sure, and I do like the potential speed of Huntmaster, but they got Bone Crusher, it deals 2 damage. Huntmaster is also something that dies to Storm's Wrath as well. Potentially, there is you could make Rotting Regisaur lose all its abilities. There's blue stuff that makes a creature lose all their abilities and various other things, but I think it would probably be too much of a drawback. But yeah, there is some stuff that creatures lose their abilities. It could be something to consider, but I mean, maybe it's not worth it just adding in something extra just to make Rotting Regisaur work like that. Potentially it could be good. If it is versatile, we could make the opponent's creatures lose abilities, which might be pretty applicable in some situations. Yeah, no, I could see that being nice. It would be pretty good not discarding things. Ooh, we got lots of lands. I think we just slam Rotting. We got Storm's Wrath. Definitely will discard 1 Carnage Tyrant next turn. Gotta be pretty scared about this Rotting, though. Hopefully Rotting double strike at some point. At the very least, I'm just happy to see Storm's Wrath. Hopefully nothing instant speed so that we discard and then they do something to Rotting very detrimental when that happens. Ooh, a Ripjaw. Yeah, I like the Ripjaw, definitely. Hopefully no counterspell for it. Oh no. That's okay. That's okay. We still get a nice chunk of damage. 7. Nothing to laugh at there. Definitely not having to worry about discarding stuff. I like it. A Thud Rotting Regisaur deck. Very, very... That's very nice. Yeah, we do have synergy with Rotting discard. What's the keyword? I forget exactly.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
I kind of want to keep Kinders now. I forget the keyword from Amonkhet. Stuff you can play from the graveyard. You have to discard Aftermath. I believe it's called Aftermath. There are some cards with that where you can only play that specific spell when it's in the graveyard. So that can have synergy with Rotting Regisaur. I'll show you guys after this match. The one I'm talking about. No, we'll keep that Storm's Wrath back. Actually, we'll pressure him. I want to hope that they play more creatures next turn. We would still take out Sorin. Could have been nice to deal... Well, get rid of that token plus Sorin, but I think they'll play more creatures. Yeah, definitely flashback. That would be synergy with Rotting Regisaur for sure. I just hope no Fatal Push. Fabled Passage meeting the requirement of a permanent leaving the battlefield. Oh boy.
My ways
Oh, excuse me. Alright, play your Pyromancer. Play some more creatures. You know you wanna. Ooh, the Temur Battlerage. Okay, let's see what they do. Kind of feel like, well, no, it probably should be Temur Battlerage. It's hard to say. Yeah, that's too bad. If only I had a 6th land, we could have gone Storm's Wrath plus Temur Battlerage this turn, but I think I'm just going to do it as much as possible. Boy, down to 2. Hopefully we draw a second copy of Storm's Wrath again, having to discard it the turn coming up. That's going to be a little bit rough. But I do like seeing them at 2. You got to be pretty careful now. Yeah, I think double strike. That definitely feels like that was the better way to go.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Nuts. Ooh, a land. Well, we'll play it. We have to discard something. So now we're top decking, hoping for something that gives trample and double strike. Problematic Pyromancer. And again, that is a trouble with Rotting Regisaur. It doesn't have trample. It is a big body, blocked into infinity, unfortunately. Excuse me. Blossoming Defense. I mean, it is something. Again, we'll still keep up the pressure, keep the number of creatures down. They always have to keep blocking Rotting Regisaur with something. Hopefully they use some removal on Rotting Regisaur and we at least get some value out of Blossoming Defense, not having to simply discard it coming up here. But it makes me wonder, like, what is all the stuff they have in hand? Because they got a lot of stuff in hand.
My ways are not for the weak.
I don't think they... Well, no, they wouldn't Thoughtseize. Uggin's getting rid of the Rotting Regisaur exiling stuff. Pretty sure.
Surprisingly flexible.
Yeah. A Blossoming Defense in this scenario, because Ugin is exiling everything, it doesn't save Rotting Regisaur. If it was something targeted, Blossoming Defense would have saved him, but that was not the case. Alright. Well, we're hoping for Carnage Tyrant, pretty much. Maybe another Rotting Regisaur, but something with Trample. Hasty. Something hasty. Charging Monstersaur in this specific scenario. Having Trample, charging Monstersaur last night, that was absolutely fantastic. Ooh, we got the Queen. Okay. It's not over yet. Pretty much have about 1 or 2 more turns. Once Ugin ultimates, I mean, that's it. Dealing 3 damage each turn also is very tough stuff.
My ways are not for the weak.
We got an Embercleave. It's not nothing. Yeah, I'm really liking the Charging Monstersaur versus Rotting Regisaur. Something big. It's got haste, it's got trample. We can just slap double strike on it, so it doesn't even have to be Temur Battlerage. It could be something that only gives double strike. Yes, just rebuilding the hand. It's we'll see. I may just slap Embercleave down at the end of the turn, simply to get it on board. Alright. Embercleave. It drew out a counter spell. Hopefully that's the only counter spell in hand, and it's another land. Yeah, that's going to do it. Yeah, that's alright. That was fantastic. We had some very fantastic matches overall. But we did highlight, I think, the biggest drawback of Jund Dino's Rotting Regisaur. The discarding aspect was very fantastic sometimes, slapping the Temur Battlerage on it, but no, that's alright. Hey, JDX, don't worry, and anybody else, I try to do this every night. I think I'm on a streak of 8, 9 days in a row, but I love this. I love chatting with you guys. Actually, I want to go over that list. The Gruul double strike list for tomorrow. Double Dino. Actually, Temur, I'm adding blue. We'll look up double strike stuff. One second. Not quite done yet. Things that give creatures double strike. So basically, stuff that's red. We do have the potential of Lizard Blades, a much cheaper sort of Embercleave, of course. Kind of interesting. I've always wanted to use Lizard Blades. Now, Marauding Raptor does kill this because it is a creature when it enters the battlefield, unfortunately. That's kind of rough, but where is it? Somewhere here. Raking Claws. Okay. Compare Raking Claws, 1 in the red, same cost as Temur Battlerage, but we have the potential of cycling it away, where, you know, if we get multiple Temur Battlerages. Maybe we only have Temur Battlerages in hand, no creatures to use them on. They're just stuck, sitting there, dead. Where instead, if we have multiple Raking Claws, we could cycle one of them away for 2. Maybe that gets us a creature 1 turn earlier. And because hopefully all our creatures have trample, we don't need that trample aspect of Temur Battlerage. We only need the double strike part, which Raking Claws does give us. Yes, double strike dino build in the future, 100%. Focusing on dinos, I think, that have trample, so we can do stuff like Raking Claws here instead of Temur Battlerage, but still maybe Temur Battlerage. Yeah, certainly. Uncaged Fury. Double strike, of course, the +1/+1, it's getting you to deal 2 extra damage due to that. Something to consider. But I think Raking Claw is probably my favorite. Lizard Blades as well. There is the potential of Eater of Virtue. Now, most dinos, I don't think there are really any dinos that have double strike, but Eater of Virtue, just upping the power. So +2/+0 if they hit double strike. That's an extra 4 damage. But something like Carnage Tyrant, it would give a following creature hexproof and trample. If Eater of Virtue is attached to Carnage Tyrant and Carnage Tyrant dies, Charging Monstrosaur turns after would give the attached creature haste and trample. Lots of fantastic keywords. I think a couple of Eater of Virtues could be pretty decent in some double strike dino list. Lots to think about, definitely, but fantastic overall. I had a good time. Hopefully you guys had a good time as well. I'll be back tomorrow, as always. Try to do multiple things a day, a stream every day for, I don't know, years to come, let's say. I was looking to add more, but again, this seems to be my favorite thing, the most efficient thing I can do. Yes, heaven, I will see you again soon. Always good stuff. Paulo, hopefully the web development continues to improve, and yeah, all right, stay safe, have a good one. Demolition stream. I'll see if I can make it good enough quality on my phone tomorrow. We'll see, but yeah, hope you all have a good night, a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon, whenever it is you are watching, and remember, there is always room for improvement.